Good morning, everybody. Hey, welcome to Tuesday, June 9th, as we continue to see upward movement in the market yesterday. Dave and I missed the opportunity to talk yesterday because of some issues they had at the radio station. So looking forward to catching up with him this morning. I hope you are too, as we prepare to see where we might be going forward. Hey, I hope that you will stick with us during the whole show today, and looking forward to what Dave has to say, and he will be up here in just a second.
Fam, Justin Timberlake is there. Good morning. It's 8:39 now, 21 here before 9. Told Phillip Statler when we went on the phone, this is the acid test. We got some new gear in here after lightning struck us. Let's see if we can put them on the air this morning. Check in on your finances and see what Wall Street's doing to your IRA and 401k this morning. Downtown Sebring, we go to the offices of Statler Financial Services. All right, ahoy, Phillip, are you there?
Hey, good morning, Dave. Good to hear your voice today other than on the telephone. So that's a good sign that maybe we got things fixed and go in the right direction.
And I'm breathing easy because I'm hearing your voice too, and my gosh, that's nice. Problem is when you put in new equipment, the first time you get to use it is when you throw it on the air, so I call it an acid test. I'm glad to have you on the air with me this morning. Hey, we had a good day yesterday on Wall Street. Dow was up by 1.7%, NASDAQ up by 1.13%. Standard & Poor's up by 1.2%. That following up on Friday is just making the market look absolutely barn burner. And then we both were kind of scratching our heads on the phone because about 1 this morning, the futures on the Dow went down by like 400 points, and it was a similar percentage loss on the other major index. And neither one of us can really find a news item that would have prompted it. It sounds like there might have been a computer program somewhere that had a number in mind, and when the futures hit it, it put a sell order in, doesn't it?
That's always possible, Dave. You just never know, especially in futures trading, because they're so thinly traded at that point of the day. But you know, one of the things you didn't mention is that the NASDAQ hit another all-time high. I don't think it closed there, but during the day, it did hit another high.
I didn't see that yesterday. I was kind of busy with equipment issues around here. I know that we were only a couple of percentage points away from the record on the S&P and getting dangerously close on the Dow. We actually crossed into record territory on NASDAQ, huh?
Yeah, we did. And then it came back down a little bit. But that's pretty amazing, considering where we've been.
Given the challenges of the last 45 to 60 days, the idea of any of the indexes flirting with, let alone actually looking at new record highs, it's just one of those things that, well, they say on social media, SMH, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you got some news items coming out of some big name companies that make clothes for men, and it's not good news this morning, is it?
No, it's not. We didn't get to talk about it yesterday, but over the weekend I read an article that Brooks Brothers, I mean, that company's been around forever. That was the cream of the cream, right? If you wanted to be anybody, you had a Brooks Brothers suit. And they haven't filed for bankruptcy yet, but they are weighing their options looking forward. So that's Brooks Brothers. Now, on top of that, we've got the company that is the holder of Joseph A. Banks and Men's Warehouse, also weighing in on whether or not to file for bankruptcy. They're making some considerations, talking with some partners as to whether they can make that happen. So that's two old line companies really that are facing the possibility of bankruptcy in the apparel industry.
And pretty much two that pretty much cover the entire range of men's clothing, from premium priced suits where you drop $1,000 or more on a suit, all the way down to the Men's Warehouse where a couple of $100 can get you something that you can be proud to wear. I mean, it pretty much includes everybody in the entire range, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, Taylor Brands, that's the home company of Joseph A. Banks and Men's Warehouse, said, hey, everybody's working from home. What do you need a new suit for? So that seems to be what's driving this.
Yeah, and what I'm reading on the kicker stories that come over the wire, you don't even need underwear to work from home these days. You Yeah, men's suits are certainly not a hot seller at the moment. Hopefully it'll come back, but it kind of surprises me, that range. Talking about other apparel things, among the reports that came out, and we'll get to more of them in the process, but going the entire range down the line, brick and mortar isn't the only line that's getting hit. Stitch Fix didn't have much of a report either, I gather, huh?
Well, no, they didn't. Stitch Fix really, I guess there were some high hopes there with everything going on, but they actually lost 33 cents a share. That is more than double the 16-cent loss that was expected. So a big miss there. Revenue obviously missed too. But here's a little positive within Stitch Fix is that they said that they would register a positive revenue growth for the quarter. So I guess that's a little bit of good news there for them. Not that it's helping their stock price any. They're down almost 7% this morning.
They must be projecting a lot of people needing new clothes from the weight they gained while they were locked in the home, right?
I guess. Stitch Fix, that's the one they just send it to you, whether you want it or not. You try it on. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't, you send it back.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've got the interesting business plan that kind of dovetails off of the brick and mortar stores like Men's Warehouse and Brooks Brothers. They actually send it to you and let you try it. But pretty much the entire range on the in the rag trade isn't looking overly good this morning. Any other indications that you've seen since I missed you yesterday and I didn't have a chance to look at too many of the headlines yesterday morning before we went on in a hurry?
There wasn't much else out there yesterday that you and I were going to talk about. It was a really slow day yesterday, but we do have some earnings out today. Hey, talking about apparel, we've got Macy's reported their preliminary first quarter numbers, and they lost a couple pennies over $2 a share. But that was better than expected, Dave. They were expected to lose almost $2.82. So revenue was also in line with what they had estimated. And so they are not going to give their final numbers until July 1st, after they get a chance to really and truly look at what impairment charges they may have related to this pandemic. So they were able to go out and get some debt so that they are in good shape in terms of cash on hand right now for the opening of all their stores. And they are trading up today 5.75%.
I know they announced some store closings, but it's good to know at the very least the chain isn't on the block as being in trouble, right?
Yeah, talking about store closings, Signet Jewelers came out with their earnings, and it was better than expected by about $1.30. They didn't lose as much as what everybody anticipated. Revenue was below forecast. Same-store sales missed by about 5%. And here's the deal. They're not going to reopen at least 150 North American stores that have been closed because of the pandemic. So they're going to stay closed wherever they are. Not sure where they are, but those 150 are going to stay closed, not going to reopen, and they've temporarily suspended their dividend. And so they're trading down today 7.3%.
Ouch. I'm sincerely hoping that store closing list doesn't include any Sebring locations.
Yeah, I hope not. They got a couple of them here.
Got more than enough happening around here. We don't need another chain pulling out.
That's right. Hey, we talked about Tiffany's the end of last week. And so they actually reported they lost 53 cents a share. They were supposed to make 3 cents a share. So a 56-cent drop in their expectations there. Same-store sales falling greater than expected. They're down 44%. Obviously, all of this because of the pandemic. Not sure, nothing really mentioned about their continued dilemma with the company that was looking to buy them out. But they are trading up this morning by about 2.25%.
Which doesn't make sense, but then again, not a lot does make sense these days, does it?
No, you're so right, Dave.
All righty. Got time for one more? You got one more household name that you noticed?
I do. I actually have one name left, and it's not really a household, but maybe for up north it is. Casey's General Store. I don't know that we have much in the South for Casey's General Store, but they missed by 13 cents a share. They made a profit. Don't get me wrong. They were up $1.67 a share, but they missed by 13 cents of what was expected. Obviously, with people traveling less, gasoline sales, convenience stores, those things were all down as they get ready to go. They're trading down 5.6% this morning.
All right, I recognize that name from being up in the Midwest. Resetting the table yesterday was an up day on Wall Street. Looks like after a little bit of profit-taking going on this morning, we could very well be breaking that winning streak for a spell. Phillip, 45 minutes early. What do the directions look like?
It's going down, and not as bad as it was at 1 o'clock this morning, but it is progressively getting worse this morning from when you and I even went on the air today. So we got the Dow down 1.1%, $320 to the negative. We got the S&P 500 down almost 1%, $31. We got the NASDAQ down about 0.4, about $38. So everything's going to end up on the downside as we open up this morning. The bright side, gold and silver. Silver's up about 0.2. Gold's up substantially, up 1% this morning to $1,723 an ounce. I'll get it right there in a minute. Crude oil heading back.
$17 an ounce.
You'd be running out to get some, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Crude oil is down 1% today, down $37.80 a barrel.
We were bumping our nose on $40 there for a little while yesterday. I was kind of wondering if we'd hold those prices on crude oil. Evidently not, huh?
No, it's not. I saw a little bit of an article. I didn't get a chance to read it, but it looks like maybe some of the fracking companies are starting to maybe think about getting kicked back up and find the best of the best places to start doing some fracking.
Looking for some low extraction price sites they can work off of and get things going. I don't blame them. World markets overseas mixed in Asia overnight last night. Some up, some down. Europe generally trading down this morning after watching our futures opening up this morning about 1 a.m. Phillip, somebody needs some advice to make sure retirement works for you and your family. How do I get a hold of you on the phone to get that advice?
Hey, then give us a call, 863-382-0037 to schedule their financial x-ray to make sure they don't have too much risk. I mean, this thing's bounced back. Now's a great opportunity to make sure you don't have too much risk in your current portfolio. And then join us every weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, 6 a.m. at noon on Saturdays, 10 a.m. Sunday mornings on Highlands News Talk, 7:30 a.m.
And back here again tomorrow morning on 105.7 Light FM. Phillip, thank you so very much. We'll, let's see, going to catch you the day after tomorrow if memory serves, right?
Yep, I got a speaking thing tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll be here Thursday.
Got you covered. I'll see you then. It's 105.7 Light FM and Statler Financial Services. Phillip Statler. Wait and see.
Hey, folks, I want to thank you for joining us today. I know that missed yesterday, but thank you for joining us. Remember, we're here to serve you, to help you get through all the things that are going out there in the marketplace, to look at the economy, what's happening. How's your 401k doing? You know, now's the time to really take a look at those things. Give us a call, 863-382-0037. Have a great day. I look forward to speaking to you again on Thursday.